All right. Hello, hello, hello. You can see in the background there that it's the NBA tip-off 2024 tonight. I'm excited. Got some bets in for the game. Celtics and Knicks in my home state of Massachusetts. I'm in Grafton, right outside of Worcester. And they'll raise their 18th banner. And a cool thing, real cool thing, is I'm one of the broadcasters for the Worcester Red Sox. And our lead broadcaster, Tyler Murray, left us because he is the voice of the New York Knicks on radio. So Tyler makes his NBA debut tonight. Thing is, I'm one of the broadcasters. I got to turn my volume down, right? So he makes his debut tonight in Boston. He grew up a Knicks fan, so it's a dream job, and I'm so excited for him. So we get that going. You see the title, Week 7 lineup review. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. I had a good betting day. I did a ladder for Drake May. I want to talk a little betting first because I do believe times that not all the books are up to speed. I think we give the books too much credit. I think sometimes we gravitate to bets. So if people like bets, I should get off the screen. If people like a particular bet and everyone's betting it. So for instance, in the NBA right now, today as we are recording this, Karl Anthony Towns at 2.5 assist over was about 130 this morning. It got juiced up to about 165 because everybody is betting the over. That doesn't necessarily. I think when you see that, you go, oh, wow. Then that part of the reason he gets juiced up is because so many people are betting the over. So they adjust it. That doesn't. So if it starts at like 125 and gets juiced all the way up to 165, it only looks like a really good play because everyone kept betting it. So be careful of that. So sometimes you might want to look at bets where people aren't betting a lot on. The most, like on all the prop pages, all the bets that are given out by these guys on Twitter, like I follow some guys and I use their bets by, when I look in the morning at 8 o'clock when they're posting them, by 10 o'clock, most of the lines on the prop site have bumped or are gone. They bumped up or they're gone. So, the Jacksonville Patriots game to me seriously felt like a game that the books ignored. Tank Bigsby's rushing line stayed at I got it at 54.5. I put $20 on it. Without Travis Etienne, he's a home favorite against the Patriots. Give me that all day. Drake May's passing prop earlier in the week was 194. Now, a lot of you are going to say, well, Mike, he played one game. I know. He played one game against the fourth best passing defense, a good Houston team, and threw for 243 yards against them. The eye test told me, can he get over 194 yards against Jacksonville? Do you know where Jacksonville ranked? 32nd. I felt like that the books ignored that game. Hunter Henry's prop was like 28.5 receiving. So I did a ladder for Drake May. I put 40 on his original prop. I think it got up to like 201. But it was 194 at the beginning of the week. And then I went 210, 225, 235, 245, 275, and 300. I hit every leg of that until the end. That was I got that at plus 1,300. I put $10 on that for him to get 300 yards. $10. That would have paid $130. I ended up making $170 off Drake May's prop. Now, this was a low-scoring week. I'll show you my... I made a mistake that cost me money. And in this, I got lucky. And the fact that I had a positive week, I'm at 301.75 through 7 weeks. I'll take it. I only won $300 last year. I'm about what am I? 62 cents? No. 82 cents higher than last year. But I went out to dinner during the 4 o'clock game, so I left at 4, and I'm in the car with my parents like, oh my God, another horrible week. I'm going to lose 100 and whatever. So what did I put? $170 down the drain. And then, I mean, I was pretty far behind. Let's get one of the big. So I play high contest entries, number of entries. And I do for 50/50s, I do $25 is the max buy-in, all the way down to $1. And then I do 80/20, 80% cash games, 20% tournaments. I do one $12 tournament, low entries, but a high fee. 237 tournaments where you can put 6 entries in. But let's get one of my big. I do quintuple ups and triple ups and triple ups and mipple ups. I don't know what I'm saying. Let's get to one of my big. Yeah, so like this is the massive. I do this. They pays out the top 50. There's 4,600 people. 2,000. So if in double ups, it's not. So when you do a 50-50 lineup, 100 people, they pay up the top 50, but the DraftKings takes 20% on those 50-50. So you enter $1 and you make 80. On these, you put 25 in. It doesn't pay the top 50%. I think it's like 40, right? But there's no VIG. So I was at 1979. Excuse me. I barely cashed. Look at this disgusting lineup that I had. I mean, Schuster didn't even play, but he was 60% owned in this. We'll go with my process first. Running backs. I don't like doing this, playing 2 running backs against each other, because they don't really correlate. And what I mean by that is, if one's running a lot, the other one's not. But I thought Hubbard was different because his pass game worked, so I thought him losing, I mean, he had no targets. I mean, look at this. So I figured, if anything, he's a back where it's okay to play against a rival, because when they're losing, they would be throwing. He did score a touchdown that probably won me the money. In a game that was 40-7, he scores the only touchdown. But, going forward, I probably won't do that. I think I got lucky on that. You got to stick to a process. John Robinson, I loved against Carolina. It was a blowout. Nothing in the passing game. Mariota coming in for Jaden Daniels. And by the way, Jaden Daniels getting hurt is 100% why I cashed. Because all the teams behind me, mostly everybody played 2 quarterbacks. Either Geno Smith or Jaden Daniels. That was it, pretty much. I bet the top team in this had Geno Smith. Yep. I mean, look at that. 160 was the best line. Best lineup doesn't matter. But, so, my lock was Kyron Williams, because he just scores every week, and him getting 2 touchdowns was huge. But again, weird. Look at this. I had no receptions from my running backs. This is a weird week. Guys that catch the ball. Not one of them had a reception, but they combined for 4 touchdowns. So that works for me, because like Hubbard getting 50 yards and 3 or 4 catches and no touchdown could be equal to what he scored, but I'll take the touchdowns. I'll take that 6. So those were my 3. I locked in my 3. I locked in Geno Smith. I locked in, again, I did 2 mistakes in this lineup. You never play your defense against, because it cancels it out. So you actually lose points. But it didn't hurt me in this case. But you don't want to do this, because if Higgins catches a touchdown, you lose points on the other end. I liked Higgins. I thought Higgins was not really a sharp play. A buddy of mine was like, "Wow, you're playing T. Higgins." I go, "Well, Joe Burrow throws to 2 guys, right?" I'm just looking at the usage. Why was this a crazy play? Since he's come back, 6, 10, 14, and 7. That's pretty consistent. 7 points, 12 points, 29, 14. He's not touchdown dependent. And at 6,400, his salary did not go up after an 18-point week. I'm all in. That to me was my best play of the day, my best find. I'm shocked he was 5% owned. I think a lot of people went the route of Jefferson, Schuster, and maybe another cheap guy. I could be wrong. Let's look at like what someone with more points did. Okay, McLaren, London, Metcalf, Tillman. That's a sharp play. London, Jefferson. See, people, Jefferson 30% owned. That's not too. I thought he was coming in a little higher. But again, I didn't need to do this. You know, next time, don't want to play the Browns against one of your guys. You know, I always go down on the best play here was Njoku. That was only 900 more, and you knew, right, he was going to be one of the focal parts with Cooper traded. So, you know, okay lineup. GPPs didn't do well at all. I don't think I cashed in any. My biggest GPP score was 105.62. This was in pace 55. Oh, wow, I was close to cashing. I didn't realize that was... Oh, wait a minute. Oh, 55. What am I looking at? Yeah, so I was 7 points off from cashing 50 cents. This was a Josh Allen stack, which I played Cooper. And Kincaid at less than 1% owned. You know, I figured, I mean, this guy gets a lot of red zone work. I thought maybe this would be the week that he could pop off. Coleman would have been a better play. But, you know, I really liked these matchups. HEN against Indianapolis. Pretty good yards per carry. You know, if he scores, I almost needed him to get 100 and a touchdown. Pollard, that was the run back. So I went Allen, Cooper, Kincaid, ran it back with Pollard. And then I just did all one-offs. Let's see what the winning score was in this. Geno Smith to Lockett and Walker. Wow. Ran it back with London, Williams, and a Bowers stack, secondary stack. This is nicely correlated. And then he did put two guys in, more in Njoku. Wow. And then the Commanders, which is a good play. So that was a good lineup. All right, so there we go. That's my lineup review. If you want to see, I could show you. So I'll show you some of my prop stuff. These are tough, man. I do a lot of home runs on these because I have a lot of bonus money that I'm playing with. How do we get to results? Results. Look at this. I did an 8-pick touchdown. Montgomery got hurt, and J.K. Dobbins, it paid. I got $2.53 back. I think I only put in $2. This one hit for $30. Murray was the free square, and I took Henry, Mayfield, and Godwin. Godwin got that on that last play that he got hurt on. And then none of these hit. Oh, this one hit for 15, Mixon and Daniels. But Daniels getting hurt helped me win money. All right, well, I hope everybody has a great rest of the week. And if you need anything, please message me your email if you want advice on how to become a better daily fantasy player.